This is Thomas. He's a key account manager at DSV. At breakfast, he checks the latest notifications from the new customer engagement solution from SAP on his smartphone. He thinks it's great to be quickly updated as one of the first things in the morning. On his dashboard, there's some news related to both the market, segment, and the country he's responsible for. He's also notified about today's meetings, which of course are integrated in Outlook. At the office, he gathers all the information he needs for the day. Thomas needs to prepare his meetings and uses the built-in analytical capabilities to do so. He checks the lead report. And the system has already given him an indication of which leads to go for first by using the machine learning scoring. Before he leaves, he checks the 2 quotes that are open and related to today's meetings and realizes that the SAP Hybris solution has already proposed which collateral is needed to pitch the right value proposition. His new smart assistant, Leonardo, has already done the work for him, taking off some of the pressure. One of his team members asks for an approval of discount. He approves this in the system with a comment and some ideas on next steps. Before leaving for the meetings, Thomas synchronizes his iPad so the data and the documents needed are available offline. He arrives early for his customer meeting and waits in the reception. On his iPad, he's able to access the latest and greatest about the customer via the Inside View integration. Here, he sees that a new factory and production line are about to open, and he makes a note about this. During the meeting, Thomas uses his iPad to take minutes on the fly. This is easier for Thomas, and it ensures that he gets all the information documented right away. When he asks about the new factory and production line, his customers are impressed that Thomas already has this insight. In the system, he creates a new lead and uses the checklist to qualify the lead accordingly. Before leaving, he generates a visit report and mails it to the other meeting participants. On the way to his next meeting, he checks the status of open tasks for the customer, checks the collaboration room, and runs a few reports. It's fantastic to have everything so easily accessible. The aim of the meeting is to convince the customer to switch to DSV for his transportation needs in China. When looking at the Chinese competitor, he sees some really interesting information posted by one of his colleagues in Germany. The Chinese company is up for sale. Maybe this can be the tipping point for him to win back the account. The next meeting ends earlier than expected. He checks his visit planner for an account to visit nearby. He searches for the contact in his smartphone app, and with one simple click, he calls the customer, and luckily, the customer can spare an hour for him. The system automatically creates a phone call activity. Instead of typing, he can just speak to the system. While at the meeting, he creates a visit, and the correct activities, documents, and checklists are automatically added. The project they're working on needs a bit of collaboration, so he sets up collaboration rooms and shares this with the DSV team and the customer contacts. Finally, he updates the buying center with some information and connects 2 of his contacts closer. It's been a really good day. He closes his eyes for a few minutes.